Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is the third time that I've done this video. The first time I did the video, it was a situation where I get all the way through the video and I'm covering something that someone sent me, and after I did the video, I looked down and what they sent me is an old article. Now I'm guilty of this just like a lot of you are, but please, if you can, check the dates on the things that you send to me. It's okay to send me something that's old if you put it in context and you tell me that it's an old article, but here's how it applies to today, that kind of thing. The second time I did this video, I had realized that mistake. I was already irritated, and then I start the video and I look out the window and the yard man has come up and the blower comes on and the lawnmower comes on, and all of a sudden I knew I was going to be drowned out. So here's what I was going to tell you to start off the video. There is history being made, and that history is that, for those of you that don't know, I went to Auburn University here in the United States, and we are not known for basketball, but this year we actually have a good basketball team, and Auburn's basketball team is in March Madness, the NCAA tournament, and they won their first game yesterday. They'll play again tomorrow. They're going to play Kansas, and most likely, I think I know how that's going to go. But if it does go Auburn's way, they will be in the Sweet 16. These are things in life that just don't happen. So pretty exciting stuff. The other thing I wanted to tell you all is that I am, this weekend, I'm going to do, keep your eyes open because I'm going to do some videos that are different from anything that I've done in the past. So you might want to look out for that because I do have some surprises in store this weekend. First, from Joseph L. Quilden. And ladies, it says at Loveman318. Not sure what that means, but go give him a follow. Go talk to the Love Man. Next, he sent me this from XRP Researcher. At XRP News _. Bitmain is planning to deploy 200,000 units of its own mining equipment in China to take advantage of cheap hydroelectric power this summer, estimated around $80 million. Tell me China doesn't control Bitcoin. Well, there's actually a couple of things here that are issues with this. The first is what he said, which is this makes it pretty obvious that China is in control of Bitcoin mining. But the other thing that it brings to mind is, why are you having to do this in the why is it that they're specifically talking about summer because of cheap hydroelectric power? They're admitting one of the defects of proof of work, and that is that it wastes a bunch of power. And so the power issue, as well as being controlled by China, those are two blaring things that come out of this one little tweet here that are bad about proof of work, specifically Bitcoin. Next, from C3 Nick. And C3 Nick sent this. Having more trading pairs and stable coins pays off just as expected. Assets can move more independently of Bitcoin. That is a good development. Now, I think the overall point of this is something that's been an issue since I got in digital assets back in 2013, and that is that at all times, and it's a problem to this day, it's a problem. In fact, yesterday the market crossed around 140 billion, and what I've been noticing for the last few months is every time the market crosses around 140 billion, someone tanks Bitcoin. And I believe it's intentional. I believe someone's tamping it down because the major people are not quite ready yet. But he makes a very good point here. I think the point he's making is that we want a decoupling. There's no reason in the world that XRP or any other digital asset should go up and down just because of what Bitcoin does. It has absolutely nothing. XRP has absolutely nothing to do with Bitcoin other than the fact that it's a digital asset. Other than that, they aren't even comparable from a lot of perspectives. But as this market, as more money comes into this market and you have more trading pairs and all, this will become less and less of a problem. You're actually seeing it now. Right now, on smaller scales, most of the market pretty much is going up and down with Bitcoin. But one thing you've begun to see over the last few months, I showed it to you yesterday, I believe, on Coin Paprika. You're beginning to see a decoupling. Every once in a while, you'll see a breakout of one particular digital asset. Over the last 2 or 3 months, we've seen it with several. I'm not going to name them all, but I'll name you a few. We've seen Holochain go into the green by itself. And I'm talking about like a lot of green. Holochain's done it. We've seen VeChain do it. We've seen Stellar do it. Today, Cardano's doing it. We've seen, let me think here. Bitcoin and XRP have not moved a lot independent of the others, or Ethereum really. But we've seen, I'm drawing a blank on, Binance coin is a great example. Binance's coin has been going crazy. It's probably gone up more than any digital asset, even when most of the others are sitting still. But we're seeing this happen, and used to it's just all ran together. Now you're always going to have a lone wolf, but pretty much I've been noticing this here recently happen. Okay, next, Sergeant Obi-Wan back gets $740 million valuation, but investors have questions, sources reveal. It's a waiting game till regulations and clarity. Really, this article is really all about what he says there. They were just announcing that back got a $740 million valuation, and more or less that they're still waiting on regulatory approval to open up. And so I guess this is basically why they're saying that there's some questions. Well, the only questions are what's going to actually happen when they open, and they can't open until they get that regulatory approval. But that'll happen any day now, folks. Don't you worry. Okay, from Websurfer, fintech platform uHodler announced a new feature allowing users to receive a loan instantly to your in USD or Euro, instantly to your credit card secured by collateral in these digital assets. Now, I wanted to point out something about this. I'm not going to go and look at this article or anything, but what I want to point out is I want you to sit back and think about how digital assets are about to change your life. Traditionally, if you go, let's say you go to your banker and you sit down and you want a loan, okay, this is a great example of why the middleman is unneeded. Let's say you go to that banker and you want a loan to buy a car. Well, they want to look at your assets, and they're going to sit down and talk to you about what you own and this and that, and they want to look at your assets before they're going to give you that car loan, okay? They want to look at what you have and what your credit is and all of that. Well, you're entering a world where that middleman banker is not going to be needed because digital assets are transparent. And if you and think about this for a minute, because all assets across all asset classes are going to be completely liquid. So on your phone, you'll literally be able to see what your assets are because your assets will all be liquid. It's just a matter of time. Well, when they're all liquid and they're all going by default, since they're going to be tokenized digital assets, they're going to be transparent where somebody can look or a computer can automatically see on the blockchain what your assets are and what you have. If that in that world, being approved for loans is instant because you don't need that banker middleman to go look and see what his opinion is and all that anymore. All of a sudden, you're either approved or disapproved, and it's based on what is very transparently yours or not yours. Just wanted to make that point. Okay, moving along. XRP veteran, sleeping giant, just wait for it. This article is referring to Santander OnePay, the app. Ripple blockchain powered Santander OnePay FX sees 230% growth in 8 months. Folks, this is what's happening. The bank is going to be on your phone. They're not going to need these physical locations. Santander, that app is on your phone. It's powered by Ripple, and it's just a matter of time before these apps have digital assets like XRP, money sloshing around through them and sitting in them on these apps on the phones. Okay, that's where all this is going. It's not a coincidence that the growth of this is 230% in 8 months. It's going to be a lot more than that. Stephen Diep at DIEPSANH. Tom Menner from R3 talking about Corda Settler using XRP with Swift plugin. This is a guy on stage. Stephen Diep is really good at putting these short videos up. Go and watch this and see for yourself. It's happening, folks. Okay, and finally, Cardano. IOHK has released Cardano 1.5.1 on the Cardano mainnet. The Cardano 1.5.1 release is a small update which fixes 2 issues. The update will be delivered via a prompt in Daedalus to all users shortly. Daedalus is the Cardano wallet that sits on your desktop. You can download it from their site if you don't want to have your Cardano on the exchanges. Any day now, you'll see Ledger Nano S or Trezor or one of these hard wallet companies add ADA support, but not yet. Okay, I wanted to show you Cardano, speaking of, has been really going crazy today. It's up 11% today while the market's been flat. Look at what Cardano has done in the last 24 hours, 11.4 weeks, 17.25 month, 24.18. I contend to you that most of the good digital assets will show these same kind of numbers, but the numbers will be dwarfed by this in the coming year. Get ready, folks. Because this year negative is dwindling while these numbers are going up. I believe that a lot of this has to do with a rumor that Cardano is about to be added to Coinbase, which I'm sure it is. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that the digital asset investor has been accumulating Cardano, and I'm excited about the up day that it's having today. Thank you for listening.